What's up, guys? Rungood Vapes coming at you with a mod review. Today we are going to be taking a look at the IPV6 X from Pioneer4you. So as you guys know, I'm a big fan of the chips that IPV uses. They use the XX. This one's going to have the XX330. And they are like my favorite chips in, affordable, regulated box mods. I absolutely love the Yeehee brand chips. They perform well. They're easy to use. There are a couple downfalls we'll get into later in the video, but for the most part, it's a great chip. Screen looks good, big, bright. Screen on this IPV6X is going to be tenfold better than the IPV400. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to tell you what I like, what I don't like compared to that. But let's take you right into the close-up, and we will tell you about the IPV6X. So here's our close-up look at the IPV6X. Obviously, Pioneer4you, pretty legitimate company. Gonna come in pretty legitimate packaging. On the back, we've got a caution. This is not a toy. That's a new addition from Pioneer4you. Made in China, obviously. But we're going to open up the box. We've got a warranty card. It's going to go over your warranty information. We have a little instruction manual, which if you're familiar with the XX330 chip, you don't really need this. And then we've got the mod. It comes in this little protective sleeve, a certificate of authentication, or however you say that word. I like that it comes in a sleeve. It keeps the finish pretty nice. On this IPV6X, one of my favorite things about it is the finish and the way it looks and the way it feels. So I like that it does come in that protective sleeve just in case anything were to happen. I am super impressed with this so far. It is just a solid device. As you guys can already tell, the look, the finish, it's got this like almost gunmetal slated finish on here. The corresponding gray and black looks extremely good as well. And the 510, one of my favorite things about this device, we'll go over pros and cons at the end though, is that the 510 is actually right in the middle of the top. So let's put an Addy on here just to show you this at first, and then we'll get into the menu and we'll turn it on, show you how to navigate that on the SX330. But when you put an Addy on top of this mod, it sits flush right in the middle, and it just looks good when mods do that. Let's go back to even the eLeaf 200. I just love that look. It just sitting right flush in the middle is a win-win-win for me. I absolutely love it. This IPV6X also does onboard charging. Again, I'm never one that's going to recommend charging on board, but the testing that's been done so far shows that it does independently charge the batteries, and you can actually gauge on screen each battery's individual charge, which is a big win. That does make me a little more comfortable in using onboard charging. We're going to click that 5 times to turn the mod on. It's going to go through the IPV6X startup menu. So I love the screen. As you can tell, I can move this pretty far away. It's bright, it's true, it's easy to read, a lot of information. Everything fits well, looks well. I love that about this IPV6S compared to the IPV400. I hated the IPV400 screen. We're going to click 5 times to get into the menu. Obviously, there's system on off. If I hit up or down right now, it's just going to turn the system off. You move through the menu with the fire button instead of the up down, which sometimes can be a little confusing. But other than that, it's a pretty slick, clean mod. The rest of the SX330 chip is easily navigatable. So you have your system on off, you have your mode, you can move it into dual mode, power mode. We'll get into that in the pros and cons. So I generally stick to power mode. The version of the SX330 chip, there is going to be updatable firmware for this, which is also a big win as advancements come out. you know, it's fun to be able to update your mod instead of buy a new one. IPV does a great job at that. Exit's just going to take you back into the variable wattage screen. Adjust. And the fire button is going to be right here on the side. Works perfect. Fits in your hand unbelievably. We'll compare this real quick side by side with like a Vapor Flask Stout. Much smaller thickness because of the fat 26650 in the Stout. But just looks a little cleaner, a little classier, which is surprising because I love the look and feel of the Vapor Flask Stout as well. But it just fits so well in the hand, so well. But other than that, one thing I'll show you here, battery door just slides out for really easy access. I've got two 25Rs in here, which is usually my regulated battery of choice. And then you just push it up and lock it. It's not going to come out, it's not going to come undone, which is one thing I love about this device as well. I am a big IPV fan, but they have delivered a good one here. I was not a fan of the IPV400, and they have changed the game for me with the IPV6 X, fixing the things that were wrong with the IPV400. I now know there's also going to be an IPV7, so a lot of stuff coming out from Pioneer4you, pretty much on the weekly right now, but so far, big fan of the IPV400S. So let's take you up top, let's vape on it, let's tell you the pros and cons. So that was the close-up on the IPV6 X from Pioneer4you. I absolutely love it. A little bit ago we reviewed the Sigelli J150, and that really went into my daily rotation. I've been using it heavily. It's easy to charge, the battery lasts forever. But another one that is going into my daily, you know, trucking around, car, the bar, wherever I go, is this IPV6 X, just because it's so easy to fit in the hand, it's easy to throw in the pocket. It's a very compact device. It's pretty much the size of two 18650 batteries, not much bigger. We're going to go over some of the specs here for you guys, just so you numbers freaks have exactly what's going on. It goes from 10 to 200 watts, 0.15 to 3 atomizer resistance range, output voltage of 1 to 7 volts, output current of 1 to 45 amps, temperature control and SX Pure output. It's got the nickel 200 support, titanium support, SS304, SX Pure support, adjustable TCR output, 10 to 120 joule range, can fire down to 0.05 ohm minimum atomizer resistance when in TC mode, 212 to 572 degrees, 100 to 300 Celsius for you crazies, dual battery powered by those two 18650s, large screen, 88 millimeters by 41.5 millimeters by 28 millimeters, giving you that small, compact, perfect feel in the hand. So, stainless steel thread point, gold plated 510. And that's about it, guys. So, let's go over the pros and cons. First, huge pro is just going to be the feel in the hand. It's very small, it's very compact. It fits, as soon as I close my fist, it just fits so well right around there, just like two batteries. Not much bigger at all. Second, huge pro is going to be that the 510's in the center of the device, making it look a little classier, making it vape a little better, and just a big win for me with that. Third, huge pro is going to be the SX330 chip. I'm a huge fan of this chip. Those of you that have used it extensively, I know you fall in love with it. It's just a great, high-quality, high-performing chip. Vapes well, vapes clean. I'm loving it. And let's go over the big con, though. I've got a huge con with this device, with the IPV6X. Same with the IPV400, is there's no locking feature. There's no button combination you can push to lock your buttons, to throw it in your pocket. So you know, I like to 3-click or 5-click and it's locked, 3-click, 5-click when I take it out of my pocket and it's back on. Instead, you have to 5-click into the menu and turn the system off. So you have to go into the menu to do that, turn the system off, and then when you pull it back out of your pocket, 5-click and wait for the chip to load back up, which does take, let's see here, I'm going to say 8 to 10 seconds. Yeah. So that's a big downfall. I like, you know, the easy locks, the easy unlocks, because I do throw my mods in my pocket quite a bit. And so that's a big negative for me. Second big negative, if you use temperature control. I do not use temperature control barely at all anymore, unless I'm doing like an extensive review on a TC, you know, a tank targeted to TC users. But I'm pretty much variable wattage. But to change the temperature in TC mode, you actually have to go into the menu, go to Joule, go back to what type of wire you're using, and then adjust the temperature. And I don't think you should have to do that. You should be able to adjust the temperature right from the main screen, just like I can adjust the wattage when I'm in variable wattage mode. So that would be another slight downfall, but I don't use TC. So the only big thing for me is that I can't quick lock it. I have to go into the menu mode, turn the power off, turn it back on, let it load. That's kind of annoying, but like when I'm out at the bar last night, I just was able to set it up on the table, you know, and fire it when I needed to. But when it's in and out of my pocket all day, when I'm out and about, when I'm at an event, something like that, it's not ideal to not be able to do that. But other than that, I think the wins definitely outweigh the cons. It will be into my regular, just everyday rotation when I need something to throw around. It'll probably take the place of that stout just because it is easy, switch the batteries in and out, unlike the J150 where if it's dead, I gotta sit there and charge it for a couple hours. But, so big win from IPV, I think. I love the chip, so it's definitely gonna go into my daily rotation. This mod was provided for the purpose of this review by Direct Vapor. On their website right now, you can get this mod for $64.95. I think that's a pretty fair price. If you're looking into getting the IPV and they don't have it at your local store, definitely check out Direct Vapor. They've been pretty awesome in getting this out to me, as well as the Cleto 120, which we will be reviewing soon. So again, guys, as always, thank you for all your support. If you guys like what you heard, hit the thumbs up. Most importantly, hit the subscribe. Check out some future videos. If you're new to the channel, check out some old videos. We do what we can to bring you all the product reviews that are sent to us. A lot of e-liquid reviews up here as well, if you're into watching those. So thanks for all the support, guys. Love you guys. If you didn't like what you hear, hit the thumbs down. Tell me what you didn't like, and I'll try to change it. But as always, guys, vape on.